Hi everybody, my name is Jacob and welcome to Modellsysteme. This is the first video of a series of videos, and I've chosen for this the Tata Nano LX, which is made by Norov in 1/18 many years ago. And the reason I've chosen this car, especially this car, is not complicated. It's a crazy looking car. It's very famous in India. I didn't see it in Europe at all, and I thought it's a perfect thing for a tutorial, especially for a simple lighting package, because the final lighting package will look great on this model and nearly original if you take photos from certain angles. And yeah, this car has a lot of details. I mean, also a lot of details. It was in the same way impressive. I didn't expect it to see such attention to some places of this car. So finally, after this video or after the series of the videos, you will be able to create your own basic lighting package for any model car. I mean, for any model car with similar lighting. For example, like on the Tata Nano, you see this reflector. We will put LED into this reflector, and also LED for the blinker or turn signal, and for the parking lights. And yeah, this is my main idea, to show you how to create a basic lighting package. So if you lose some screws from the bottom plate, you see the bottom plate coming down with the mounted working suspension and the steering. It's typically for Norov to make a working suspension. It's a nice thing. If you flip this car or the car body upside down, you see how much space we have, or we could get for the electronical parts and the battery, etc. And the Tata Nano has some small challenges, not really challenges. I mean, depends on the skills you have. And the main question is where we can put the battery. We will use the CR123A or the CR2 lithium battery. So it's a replaceable battery, and we need to take it out. If you disassemble the cars or a model car, try to put some parts again together, for example like the bottom plate and the interior parts, to get an idea about the available space areas where we can put some additional parts like electronics, wirings, switches, and other stuff. So it's very useful to analyze the car at first. For example, like here, you put the base plate with the car body together, and you get an idea how much space you get again. I mean, in this 3D area, and you can imagine in your mind where to put some lighting and all the stuff. You need a bit practice for this, just try it. So, and also the investigation of available gaps is also important. For example, like here between the dashboard and the car body. The reason for this is if we create a lighting package, we put all lighting into this model car. It's necessary to avoid any lighting which comes out from the added light LEDs. So at the end you should have a car with lights and not a Christmas tree or some kind of illuminated whatever, which looks not properly made. So if you investigate the parts further, you see like the side turn signals. There is no reason to cut the metal, or this plastic part will be milled, and we make it a frame out of it. We drill some holes in this reflector later, and you can get an idea how to create the lighting and using available parts. The dashboard is also very simple. We will drill some holes there and illuminate the gauge cluster or the speedometer. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. So the rear bumper includes or has the license plate lighting and the rear fog light. and the front bumper has only the front fog lights, it will be a small challenge to implement the lighting because of the less room between the front wheels and or the front axle and the front bumper. The doors will be left like they are because there is no lighting. Maybe I will place some magnets there to use the reed switches if for the opening option. Yeah, you know, if you open the doors and you get the lighting. So if you put the dashboard back on the bottom plate or on the interior parts, you see how the steering works, and you see also this very big hole between the dash panel and the floor of the car. And as I told you previously, it's very important to avoid any unnecessary lighting. So by watching the rear axles, you will see how the wheels are mounted. It's very simple, just a single screw, and yeah, nothing special. So if you disassemble the car in many parts, you see how a small car can have that much parts. A bigger car can have less parts. However, thank you for watching, and this video will be followed by the next video where you learn how to prepare the cars, prepare the parts, and create the lighting for the parts. And yeah, thank you for watching, and stay tuned and take care.